Oh my god, come on. All right. The game 7s are ready to go. All right. All right, Saros and Hellebuck. Great goaltender battle here. Here we go. Game 7. First game 7 of the first round. Welcome here to Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, as we are ready for Game 7 of this first round between the Predators and the Jets. The winner moves on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. As the Predators start off with it, Alexander Carrier gets the first shot of the game. Marchessault, one-timer, early stop, rebound in an early, great chance. 3 shots already for the Predators as they press early. The winner of this series will face the Utah Hockey Club in round 2. They recently took down the Dallas Stars in their best-of-7 series, taking them out in 6 games. Here comes Gabe Vilardi trying to get the first shot of the game for the Jets, but immediately it's taken back by Nashville. Here comes Roman Josi. Josi will back up, and good interception by Connor. Connor trying to be sent. And here's Dylan DeMello, a backhand, and there's the first shot of the game for the Jets. Gabe Vilardi, centering pass. DeMello cannot get it to go. Here's a shot that was blocked. Vilardi, a chance, and a save by Saros. Here's another one, and another one. Saros makes 3 saves to tie the shots. O'Reilly and Scheifele on this draw. One in the offensive zone. A tip! Save made by Saros. 4 shots for the Jets. Here's Jeremy Lauzon. Michael Bunting. Far pass to Nyquist. He'll send it. Brady Skiji. And a shot. That was stopped. O'Reilly around. Nyquist. Bunting. And stopped. And getting it. One-timer. Great stop. Made there. And a chance. And that one was blocked. And now here come the Jets. Here's Mark Scheifele. Great defensive play in their own zone. Here's a shot. That one blocked in the end boards, and Bunting has got it. Now it's O'Reilly. Great cutoff there by Appleton. Nino Niederreiter will come through. And here's a pass. Logan Stanley off the glove of Saros and into the sideboards. And getting it. Here's a shot and a save made by Saros. Great game already so far. We are just 9:34 into this first period. Nemesnikov to Nino Niederreiter, and Tomasino was there. Brendan Smith will dump it in. And back around for Stanley. Niederreiter's got it. Now it's Colin Miller. And getting in, here's a shot. That was stopped and cleared out. And Colin Miller will get the Jets to reset. Appleton coming into the zone. Niederreiter shot and a stop there. Sissons. And lost the puck to Iafallo. Here is Josh Morrissey. And Stastny gets the puck out. Alexander Carrier's with it. Intercepted by Forsberg. And the Jets reclaim it. Here's Morrissey, a shot. That one blocked. And Alexander Carrier's got it. And trying to get it. Lowry across and Barron stopped by Saros. What a look for the Jets to try and get on the board first. The question is, who will get on the board first? And Morrissey beats him to that puck. Here comes Colvray, gotta watch out for her. Waits it to the point. And Stamkos cuts that off. Here's Parsonen. Parsonen will shoot, and that's off. Hellebuck and wide. Gabe Velarde. Colvray on it. Josh Morrissey. And we'll send it. Pionk shoots it. Stop. Rebound and into the end boards for a scrum there. And now here comes Carrier. Alexander Carrier fades, shoots it, and a stop there. Clears it out of the way. Gives a chance for Hellebuck to recover. Here comes Cole Perfetti. He shoots it, and that was stopped. Trying to get it out. Scheifele. Pass on. Tipped in front. That was Ehlers. That almost had the first goal of Game 7. O'Reilly and Scheifele on this draw. Roman Josi up to Gustav Nyquist. And here he is, he shoots it. That doesn't go. Trying to go in front of Will with it, and Hellebuck is gonna cover that. Oh man, some great pressure from both teams at both ends of the ice. Great pressure. O'Reilly and Scheifele. 2 seconds and one. Shea's shot blocked. That is the end of a fantastic first period. No goals on the board so far through the first 20 minutes. Let's see what the second period brings us after this first intermission speech. OV, you're on it. All right, so the shots at the end of that first period, 12-11 in favor of the Jets. Hits are 10-7 in favor of the Jets. Time on attack, the Jets on 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes and 28 seconds. The Predators on 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Passing percentages, 81.3% Winnipeg and 73.2% Nashville. Face-off wins 5-2. No penalties so far. Here we go. All right, Ovi, thank you very much. And here we go for the second period of Game 7. Colvray and Stamkos. And it's won by Nashville, but they'll get it deep. And trying to get it. Here's a shot. And Marchessault will shoot, and a glove save by Hellebuck. Colvray and Stamkos. Good face-off win by Colvray there. And you gotta watch out. Here she comes in. Rotating through. Here's Morrissey. Glove save by Saros. And he hangs on. But what a great look by Colvray to get it to Morrissey. Here we go, and Stamkos wins this one. Here's a 3-on-1 for the Predators. Going in and a great save, Connor Hellebuck. And here comes Velarde and Covery. 2-on-2. Covery, a little toe drag move. Sends it in front, but that's collected by Stamkos on an interception. And here's a chance for Forsberg. What a play by Morrissey. And here come the Jets through the neutral zone. DeMello will hang there. Dump it in. Handled by Velarde. Scheifele is not able to get that pass. And trying to send it, and that was broken up there by Pionk, I believe, on the interception. No, it was Sandberg, actually. Perfetti to Neil Pionk. Trying to get it over to him. And Perfetti's shot stopped. And Nikolai Ehlers is on it. Michael Bunting clearing the zone. Will that be icing? Yes, it will. Face off back in the Nashville zone. Saros, there's his record of 3-0. And Hellebuck is 3-1-0 in these playoffs. I don't really think so in the bus. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty on Hellebuck here. He played the puck outside the trapezoid. I think inside, but whatever it is, they call it a delay of game penalty. Yeah, Hellebuck should have just let it come to him instead of playing it like that. Well, the Jets are 100% on their penalty killing in this series. They look to do more. Oh, and here's Marchessault. Marchessault, Stamkos to Yossi. Looking for Stamkos or something to be open. Here's a shot, that one blocked. Kept in by Bunting. Yossi. Here's Stamkos. A one-timer by Forsberg, 100.3 miles an hour on that one-timer, and that was stopped. Oh my God, jeez. Lowry off this draw. And again, the same thing. Across, and what a stop by Hellebuck as Stamkos did not get the shot he wanted. The same setup. They're trying to find Stamkos, so you always got to be watching him if you're the Jets. And the Jets will take it. Here's a short-handed chance here for the Jets. And here's a shot by Lowry, stopped. Lifts the stick of Michael Bunting. And Lowry takes it. He'll waste time on this Nashville power play. Good pressure there by Neil Pionk. And Yossi trying to get it over. Stamkos gets it. Looking for a front pass. Shooting it. Good stop by Hellebuck. And Shea shoots it. That was tipped. And Hellebuck another one. And that will be dumped all the way down. And here's Alexander Carrier trying to speed his team up into the zone. Shooting. Stopped by Hellebuck. And he'll play it. 17 seconds. And short-handed chance here for the Jets. Here's a shot. What a stop by Saros. What a shot by Iafallo. Alex Iafallo gets robbed by Juuse Saros. Scheifele and O'Reilly. Off the draw, they win it, and that is going to do it for the Nashville probably took it away by Niederreiter. And the Jets are getting a change, so they'll reverse back and refresh. Good pass to Nino Niederreiter. Niederreiter will send it in front, and they could not connect. How many times have we seen a team fail a great opportunity just like that to get a pass in front of the net? I guess we have seen many, and that must be the most crazy one we have seen. Here's Kyle Connor. We'll send it. Ehlers' glove save by Saros, and he hangs on. Shots are even at 18 total shots apiece. And here's a shot by Miller, goes high and out of play. Here's Covray and McCarron, won by Covray. Almost lost it, and now they did. Here comes Zach LaRue. He shoots it, and a stop there by Hellebuck. Miller's got it. Covray. Here she comes in. She goes in, she shoots it, and Saros with a great stop. And the Jets hit 20 shots on the game. Good on there for Covray to make a smart play to drive the net and cause a offensive zone faceoff. Trying to cause it, and Shea. Here's McCarron and Lozon, and that goes to no one on that pass. Morrissey through the seam. Here comes Covray. She's in, and the Saros a save. And Brendan Smith shot, and Hellebuck a save off Tomasino. Scheifele and Sissons. And Tomasino in a stop there. And the spinorama ends up holding the Jets' possession. And DeMello holds it. He shoots it, and a stop there. Perfetti behind the net. Nice play there. And Ehlers cannot get it. And collected by Smith. Sissons trying to send it. Here comes Evangelista. He shoots it, and Hellebuck a save. No one around him, so he plays it. And Stamkos trying to play it. Collected by Ehlers. Sending it down low, Scheifele. He'll come to the point. He'll slap that wide. Oh, it goes in front of the net, and Ehlers could not connect. Stamkos trying to get it to Marchessault, and that didn't go. Here's Scheifele. And that comes out of the zone as Iafallo hops off the bench. And trying to get it in front, and could not get it. And that will do it for the second. Trying to make a great play on a pass, just couldn't happen. We are scoreless after 40 minutes of play in Game 7. We are looking for the winner as these fans for both teams are possibly feeling really anxious and nervous right now. Ovi, you're on the stats. All right, shots after that says second period, 10-10 even apiece. Total shots at the end of that. For 40 minutes, 22 for the Jets, 21 for the Predators. Hits are 23-22 in favor of the Jets. Time on attack, almost 7 minutes for the Jets, 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Nashville on 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Passing percentages, 74.2% Nashville, 73% of Winnipeg. Face-off wins 10-9, and there has not been a penalty since Connor Hellebuck. Here we go for the third period. Stamkos and Kovray on the dot. And Stamkos wins it. Here we go. We are looking for the winning goal. Kovray's going to come in, set up a play. Trying to set it up here. There's a one-timer. Morrissey shoots that one wide, and it's going to be set down. Marchessault, and here comes Forsberg to do it, and stopped by Hellebuck. He had DeMello, on his back. He could not get a chance there. And a shot by Morrissey, stopped by Saros on the way back. Ryan O'Reilly and Mark Scheifele, won by Ryan O'Reilly. And that's intercepted. Trying to take it, and that's intercepted. Ryan O'Reilly will go in, and he shoots it, and not bad of a chance there for the veteran. And a shot, that was tipped there by Bunting. And now it's Perfetti, centering pass, Scheifele's got it. Passing it to Morrissey. Perfetti, Ehlers. Ehlers to Morrissey. One-timer, and Saros somehow sees that through a screen of players. Yeah, Carrier and Cole Perfetti battling in front to try and get a tip and get a block. And getting it over, Pionk shoots it, and a stop by Saros. Great chances for them, and here comes Nyquist. He's coming in, he shoots it, and that's off the blocker of Hellebuck. Sandberg down low, sends it to Appleton. Here's Sandberg. Here's Niederreiter. One-timer off Sissen's stick into the corner. Nemesnikov. And here's a shot, and that's into the corner. Here's Sandberg. Lifted the stick of Nemesnikov. And he still has it. He'll get it across, and Saros a save off Mason Appleton. Trying to look for a bad angle goal there, but Saros held his post. Oh my God, how intense can this game be? These two teams have done such a good job on their defense and their offense. Just amazing. Here's Spencer Stastny. Here's a shot. That one was stopped and into the corner. Sissons. And that one took it by Kovray as she got a tip on that puck to go back to the point. And that one not intentional for Marchessault to get, but it goes to him. Kyle Connor knocked down. Kovray trying to do the same thing back to him. Stamkos shoots, and Hellebuck the save with under 9 minutes to go in the third. And the face-off is won by the Jets. Scheifele, Ehlers, Perfetti on the other side. Great poke check by Scheifele to keep the play alive for the Jets. Morrissey, he'll shoot it, that was stopped. Puck is loose. Here's DeMello with a blocker save by Saros. And here's a shot that goes high. And trying to get it, and that was stopped around the net. Here's Scheifele, gets it to Ehlers at center. Ehlers will try to hold them off. And trying to go in front to DeMello, couldn't finish it. And that one intercepted by Barron. And took it away. Sandberg's got it. Sandberg waiting behind the net. He'll center it. Lowry scores! Adam Lowry! And the Jets have the lead in Game 7 with his first Stanley Cup playoff goal. Oh man, what a moment as your captain is the one that gets your team on top. That's unbelievable. And that goal has silenced the crowd here in Smashville. The Predators still have time. 4.5 minutes to go. That breaks the stick of Sandberg on that shot from Nyquist, and Bunting could not get to it in time. Here's O'Reilly and Lowry. One by O'Reilly. Shooting that one blocked. Here's a chance, 2-on-1 for the Jets. And just wide, oh, at the back boards. Oh, what a play that was. That would have been pretty. Ryan O'Reilly trying to go in. Shot angle shot, Hellebuck the save. Trying to at least try to sneak through him. Stamkos and Kovray. Getting it, here's Forsberg. He shoots it, and Hellebuck the save. Gets it to Sandberg. And he lost his balance. And Kyle Carver trying to take it. Kovray checked down to sacrifice it. And here's a shot by Sandberg, glove stopped by Saros. Final minute in the third period. This could be the end of Nashville's season in a minute. Well, Nashville has to, yep, I was just going to say that, and now they got to enter the net quick. And here's Nyquist. Nashville has full possession. Here's a shot, glove stopped by Hellebuck. Hanging on to that. All right, I don't know why the thing's not popping up. Like, geez, like Nashville needs it. Here we go. I don't know if the net's going to be empty at any time. And a penalty, against the Jets. Oh my goodness. Nashville's getting some cheers now. And the official talks with the Winnipeg head coach. Oh man, that's a very bad penalty to take if you're the Jets, because that could cause a goal. All the Jets need is an empty net. Okay, like, why is the thing not showing up? Here's Sissons. That's a wide pass. Here's Alex Iafallo. And won't go. Oh, the net is empty, excuse me. It's been empty. Here comes Colton Sissons. Gonna go in, and a shot just wide. O'Reilly almost had trouble trying to connect that. Going in front, and a stop by Hellebuck. 10 seconds. Nashville needs to get a quick face-off going. O'Reilly and Barron. And they do win it. Here's a shot. Stop. Rebound. Just wide. 3 seconds. He'll clear it. And the Jets are going to round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. What a win. What a series clincher. An unbelievable win for the Winnipeg Jets here in Smashville to clinch their ticket, to punch their ticket to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Well, it was a great battle, and we cannot wait for the second round, as it will be the Winnipeg Jets against the Utah Hockey Club in the first Western Conference Series of round 2. Of the night, excuse me. Here we go, Ovechkin against Kreider, or Trouba. And like I said, we're gonna get Thompson to start this game for them. Shesterkin still in net for the Rangers. All right, here we go. Games, the second Game 7 total. Here we go. Bam. Welcome to Capital One Arena here in Washington, D.C. as Game 7 of this Best of 7 series against these two metropolitan rivals. And we are underway. Jacob Chikrin will roam around the zone. Ovechkin, he's pickpocketed. Gets it to Chikrin. And he gets checked, and Panarin will try to get it. Here's Zibanejad trying to go through the legs of Carlson, and it hits it. Carlson gets it on the dump in. Ovechkin behind the back pass to Carlson. He'll try to get through. Here he comes. Jacob Chikrin trying to get that pass out. It doesn't get there. Panarin up to Lafreniere. And Chikrin takes it on the interception pass. Strome back to Carlson. Here's Ovechkin, a blast in. Shesterkin gets that one and holds on. Trocheck and Dubois. One by Trocheck, he'll get it around. And it's just difficult to play that puck as Wilson was charging the net. And Fox will get it to Andre Miller, who makes a nice spinorama move. Hedel will get it to Miller. And here's Chris Kreider, and the first shot of the game for the Rangers stopped by Logan Thompson. We want to see this crowd rocking right now. Here is Trouba. We'll get it to Hedel. Lindgren, download, and Kreider's up. He'll fire that, but that one blocked in front as Trouba was in the way of that. McMichael. Dubois off the boards and just out of the reach of Wilson. That's not icing. Here's Faravari. He shoots and stop made by Shesterkin. Trouba pushes him off the puck. Here comes Trocheck to Cooley. He's got Trocheck with him. He'll put it around. And that's onside. Caleb Jones hangs it in. Here's a shot and stopped there by Thompson. Here's Cooley trying to get it over. Verana plays it off the end boards. Goes back the same direction it came. Sandin. And Verana will get it deep. Here's Mangiapane. Van Riemsdyk, that hits Mangiapane on the way. Here's Jones off of Obe Kubel and into the Capitals' possession. Brendan Duhane, almost a steal from his stick, and Radis just comes on the ice. And that one's stolen by Braden Schneider. Here comes Jimmy Vasey to Matt Rippey. Good interception. Here's Sam Carrick, saved by Thompson. Chikrin. Spanorama pass on the backhand to Chikrin, and that was unintentional. Zibanejad is with it. Here's Panarin. Down low, Lafreniere took it off the puck by Protas. And Thompson's gonna force to cover that. 5:38 to go in the first period. A low shot period so far, as it is only a 3-2 shot lead for the Rangers. Here's Zibanejad. Lafreniere. There's a shot, that one blocked. Lafreniere, another shot. That one blocked and gets to Thompson. He'll hang on for a whistle. We see Philip Forsberg is first place in the hits, but he is not going to pass 39 hits as the Predators were recently eliminated by the Winnipeg Jets in Game 7 yesterday. Face off to the right of Thompson in the Capital zone. One by Zibanejad, and that one by Fox. It was blocked. Panarin, quick passing here by the Rangers. Here's Miller. Makes a few plays. Here's Fox. He shoots and saved by Thompson, and he hangs on. Here's Trocheck and Strome, one by Trocheck. Miller will give it back, and here's Fox. Tip out the balls, they score! Filipino! As it goes off of the glove of Thompson and in. Looks like he redirected it. But the Rangers strike first in Game 7.
Yeah, there's no screen in front of Thompson here. It's just gonna trickle through him. We'll see the shot by Fox right there and the tip. And it goes off of the post, the top corner of the post. And then Thompson just moves back, and that forces the puck to get behind him and across the goal line.
Here we go. So it is the first goal of Game 7 to the Rangers. Oh, and what happened there? Saved by Thompson. It took a weird ricochet off the corner boards. Trocheck and Dubois won by the Rangers, excuse me. Trocheck intercepted by McMichael, taken away by Panarin, or Trocheck, and behind the net. And here comes Pierre-Luc Dubois on a far pass. Intercepted. Dubois can't control it. Miller, Fox, Trocheck is on it. What a move, gets it across, what a chance, and cleared away by, I think, Van Riemsdyk, I think that was. Here's Sandin, getting it with a shot and a save by Shesterkin. And he wants to play it to end the period as he watched the clock. 1-0 for the New York Rangers off of the tip goal there by Philip Hedl.
And the shots after that first period, 6-3 in favor of the Rangers. Hits are 23-14 in favor of the Capitals. Time on attack, 4 minutes and 16 seconds for the Rangers. 1 minute and 6 seconds for the Capitals. Passing percentages, they are just 0.2 apart. The Capitals on 79.4%, the Rangers on 79.2%. And the Rangers have won 8 faceoffs. Capitals only 1 out of the 9 faceoffs taken. Let's go for the second.
All right, Ovi, thanks very much for that speech. And here we go for the second period of Game 7. The Capitals looking to get a response. Well, I gotta say that the Capitals did not really have enough pressure in that period. Oh, and here comes Artemi Panarin! Scores! Artemi Panarin! Second on the series. And it's 2-0 New York. That took only 49 seconds.
And it's just a great pass through the seam. And right on the tip of Artemi Panarin. What a pass from the other side of the ice in their own zone. And it beats Thompson, blocker side.
The Capitals really thought that Thompson will give them a great chance, but seems like they should have started with Charlie Lindgren, who was amazing in Game 6 in Madison Square Garden. Strome and Zibanejad. One by the Capitals. They'll slam it in. And Ovechkin will send it. Carlson tries a shot, does not go. Ovechkin, and it's cleared away as Ovechkin tried to get it out of the scrum. And here's Miller, glove save Thompson hanging on to that. Ovechkin is catching up to Philip Forsberg. But Alexei Protas is the actual player active who is in first place in hits with 36. So technically he's first place. And getting it from good chance for Protas. We just talked about him on hits. And here's Carlson, rips the shot, save made there by Shesterkin. And getting it to Protas, lost control of it, and he'll put it behind the net. Miller's got it. Hedel, great pass to Kreider. And here's Trocheck. What a move, he's in on the backhand, and Thompson, a nice save there. Trocheck looking pretty fancy on that opportunity. Yeah, he tries to go for a nice spinorama move around the defender McElrath. And the Capitals win the faceoff in their own zone. Dubois now up to Faravari. He'll try a shot blocked by Ryan Lindgren. McElrath. Dubois shot stopped there. Cooley is able to get it. And Brodzinski clears it into the zone. Collected by Wilson. Here comes Dubois. And he made a move, but that is outside the line after he made it. And trying to get it over. Here comes a chance here. Kubel fans on it. And he's able to, Thompson is able to get a cover on it. Mangiapane shot stop, rebound. And Caleb Jones almost can't control that. Jacob Vrana will circle. To the point. Van Riemsdyk, fire stop, rebound Mangiapane off the outside of the cage. As it was right there for the taking. Sam Carrick, Matt Rempe. Here's Schneider, glove saved by Thompson, hanging on to that. We got, we are past 9:40, sorry, 11:40 of this second period. We are the Capitals keep trying to push for a goal, and a shot blocked by by Schneider, I think. Caleb Jones, and getting it. Here's Fox. He just missed the net on that shot. VC on the take. He'll get it to Fox, lost control of that, and now Vrana will retreat a little bit. Van Riemsdyk, Skrbasa, Andrew Mangiapane trying to send it. Here's Skrbasa, he scores! Mike Skrbasa and the Capitals get their fans on their feet here in Game 7. It's all of a sudden great play by Mangiapane, and look at the three Rangers that are tracking the puck carrier. Many of them just looking at the puck carrier. I didn't even see Fox there. Nick down. And Panarin on the draw, or Trocheck, excuse me. And Vincent Trocheck will bring it up. And getting it, here's K'Andre Miller, tip off the goalpost, and this time it doesn't go off of him. It does not go off Thompson that time. Nick down and Zibanejad. And here's a shot, and that one's off Lafreniere. I believe that he tipped it, and stopped for Logan Thompson. Again, the winner of this game
will face the New Jersey Devils in the second round. And here's Fox, a high flying shot off the blocker of Thompson. And here comes Brandon Duhaime. He'll wait it and gets a big check on the boards there, held in by Jacob Chikrin. And we'll get it to Carlson. He tries to rip a shot, that doesn't go. Radish. There's a shot by Chikrin. What a play by Panarin to hustle to him to block that shot. And Strome, Carlson, and Faravari, that one misses. And collected by Fox. Sending it to Miller. Artemi Panarin, he shoots it. What a stop by Thompson. I believe got it with the pad as he went down in the splits. Faravari will send it. Ovechkin! And great block there by Adam Fox. Almost offside there. In front of the net, and that's taken away. Protas. Here come the Capitals. Wilson! And they score! Pierre-Luc Dubois! His first on the series! And the Capitals have tied it with 5 seconds to go in the second. Oh, what a beautiful pass that is by Tom Wilson. I fully agree with OV on that. That is a spectacular pass, and it could have been intercepted by Ryan Lindgren as he's trying to block the passing lane. Yeah, and then Dubois is able to somehow get that puck, and on a bad angle is able to bury that. McElrath on the dump in. That ends the second period. It is that time of the game. 1 period to go, or maybe overtime, we will see. As this game is headed to the third period of the final game of the series. OV, you're on the intermission. All right, shots are even at 7 at the end of the second period. Total shots of 13 for the Rangers, 10 for the Capitals. Hits are 33 for the Capitals, 23 for the Rangers. Time on attack, 6 minutes and 26 seconds for the Rangers, almost 6.5 minutes there. The Capitals on 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Passing percentages, 85, well, technically 86% for the Capitals. 81.9, technically 82% for the Rangers. The face-off wins 10-8. And there's no penalties in this game. All right, OV, thank you very much for the stats. And here we go for the third period of this important game for both teams. Win or go home. Let's find out. And the Capitals win the face-off. And here's Ovechkin's shot blocked by Panarin's stick. And Fox will bring it up. And Lafreniere checked on the zone exiting. And here comes Zibanejad. He goes Zibanejad and Panarin. Here's Fox, he shoots it, and a glove save for Logan Thompson.
The teams are going to need more energy for this third period. This is a big game.
Here's Jacob Chikrin. Now to Alexander Ovechkin. Strome, a shot stopped by Shesterkin. K'Andre Miller, almost said the Canucks Miller. And Strome, a hard pass to him, just couldn't get to him. Panarin, he looks like he's out of gas, and so he'll just put the puck on goal. Steered aside by Thompson. Lafreniere
Sending it over, and that one misses the stick of Fox as his stick was lifted. And here comes Wilson. He was all alone, but McMichael does not get, he gets a lot on that shot. And Wilson a chance again, and a stop there. It's another one. Dubois, stop it! Shesterkin has it. It looked like for a second it was going to trickle through him.
That is really not good defending there by the Rangers, as that's 3 turnovers in their own zone.
And Dubois around. He'll wait it. One-timer tipped, and it breaks the glass behind the net. Trocheck and Dubois, won by the Rangers in the defensive zone. Caught by Chris Kreider. Chris Kreider, he's in, and a stop by Thompson. And try to fade it, broken up here by the Rangers. Here's Johnny Brodzinski. Kept in, Lindgren fires that one, blocked by McElrath. And here comes Connor McMichael. And it got behind Shesterkin, and it was cleared away by his defenseman. Here's Johnny Brodzinski behind the net. Getting it to the point, unable, but Kubel is there for assistance. Schneider. Brodzinski, Schneider will shoot it. Save made by Thompson. And Wilson's got it. Here comes Dubois. Pierre-Luc Dubois will send it, and McMichael can't shoot it as his stick was tied up. The grade 8. Van Riemsdyk fires that one, blocked by Carrick. And it's up now to Lindgren. Stolen by McMichael. Here comes the grade 8, firing, and he lost possession of it. And Carlson is forced to carry it back out to center ice. Here's Chychrun. And here's Ovechkin again. And Carlson stopped by Shesterkin. 7:08 to go, third period. The Capitals have had a lot of pressure in recent. And Alex Ovechkin is tied for, actually he is the new hits leader for active players. And a shot tip is up, rebound Shesterkin, 2 saves. Both of them off Strome. Zibanejad and Strome. And it's around the net. Ovechkin on goal, tip there by Protas, and a stop by Shesterkin. Gets another one that doesn't go, and what a hit that was! Took one Capital and one Ranger down to the ice on that hit. And gets it up, here's Mika Zibanejad. Here he comes, backhand, and he tried to make something fancy happen and hope for a nice goal there. And that is hit number 40, or never mind. Yes, Protas and Ovechkin now tied for hits at 40. There's Hedl. Send it to Schneider, and a stop there. Here comes Strome. Looks like he's got a break. Doesn't have a lot of speed. And a blocker saved by Shesterkin. He reclaims this puck. Ovechkin fights off his man. There's a shot that takes a deflection off a stick. And send it. And Chychrun's shot saved by Shesterkin. Wanted to shoot it immediately to try and fool him. Under 3 minutes to go in the third period in an important game for these two teams. One of these teams moves on. One of these teams goes home. Here's Chikrin. Carlson blast, and that hits his own man. Caught by Johnny Brodzinski. Here comes Will Cooley. Will Cooley, he's in, and Thompson makes the save. Chikrin on the take. John Carlson wrists it into the zone. Collected by Lindgren. And getting it, sitting it, and Brodzinski cuts it off. And here comes Obey Kubel, trying to center that pass, broken up by Dubois. Carlson, Dubois. Nice move by Tom Wilson. He'll shoot it off the blocker of Shesterkin. And Protas, and that's wide of Chikrin's stick as he's trying to look for a tip. And getting it, Protas' shot hits something in front. Lindgren, and he'll spring out Chris Kreider and try to toe drag. It doesn't happen. 17 seconds left in game 7. 2-on-1 looking here. Gets it out. Glove save Shesterkin to keep the Rangers in it. What a look for Alexei Protas to try and eliminate the Rangers. Indeed, as there's not a lot of time left. 11 seconds on that time of the shot. And Faravari high blocker stop there. One last chance. Here's a shot block. Rebound goes into the corner. Last second. And that's off the outside of the net. And it's going to get very nervous and anxious for these two teams. Their fans will be anxious and nervous. As we are headed to overtime in a game 7. How intense can this be? I have no idea, but it is huge. Anyways, the shots after that third period, 15 for the Capitals and 7 for the Rangers. Total shots are 25 for the Capitals, 20 for the Rangers. Hits are 54 to 33 in favor of the Capitals. Time on attack, 8 minutes and 55 seconds for the Rangers. 7 minutes and 57 seconds for the Capitals. Passing percentages are doing really well. 86.4% for the Capitals and 81.8% for the Rangers. And the face-off wins, oh my goodness, 15 to 12. That is intense. And no penalties yet. Or maybe there will not be. Let's see what happens in overtime. All right, and here's the moment we have all been waiting for to see who the second Game 7 winner will be. Ovechkin will send it in. And Fox, Rangers playing this safe. And Fox through the legs, caught by Strome. He shoots and saved by Shesterkin, hanging on to that. A turnover by the Rangers in their own end. That's the 4th one this game that we may be seeing, I believe, if I'm correct. Well, it may be higher. You never know. Strome and Zibanejad won by the Capitals. Chikrin through his legs. Carlson blast. Good save by the glove of Shesterkin. And here's Alexis Lafreniere. He's looking for a gap. Dodges the hit from the grade 8. To the point. Here's a shot there. That was blocked. And getting in a shot. Tip on goal stop. Rebound Panarin. And it could not be kept in. Here comes Alexei Protas to win it. And he's not able to get enough speed. And here's Jacob Chikrin. Lost that shot off a skate. And Chikrin blasted wide. Strome. And lost the puck. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Here comes Panarin. Here's a chance to end the series. Saved by Thompson. As Panarin, I think he had no room to probably D because the Capital defenseman was right behind him. Oh, great play to try to get back.
by the Capital player. McElrath around. Oh, and a bad pass off the outside of the net. Pierre-Luc Dubois collected by Ryan Lindgren. And good hustle there by Dubois. Trocheck. Big hit, Tom Wilson. Here come the Capitals. He'll wait it. Sending it to the point. McElrath, that shot is blocked. Trocheck, and now it's Hedel. Trocheck, here comes Lindgren. He shoots, glove save Thompson, and he hangs on. We could take a look at that big hit from earlier. Tom Wilson on Ryan Lindgren. That's a big one. Ovechkin does not seem to be getting hits. Protas does, as he has probably a hit already in this overtime. And here's Lindgren, a tip. That one blocked. Here's Dubois off the outside of the post. That was dangerous. A look in there. Dubois, Wilson, Faravari. And that pass is going to be, is it icing? No, it isn't. They take it. Here's Kreider, broken up by Mangiapane. Here's Kreider around. Great check there, Mike Scarbassa pinning it to the boards. Here's a pass in front, what a hit! Lindgren on McMichael, and he regains possession. And here's Hedel. Nice move on the backhand, lost control of that. Under 10 minutes now to go in this first overtime. Good poke check, gets it to Verona. And here's Scarbassa. Mike Scarbassa hangs on to it. He'll wait it. Looking for a passing lane, gets it to Verona. And a one-timer stop, loose puck and caught. Here comes a chance. Cooley to Obe Kubo. What a takedown by Sandin. And now Scarbassa will come back. And now Schneider. And takes it, checked on Protas there. And Jones will get it down. 60 hits for the Capitals in Game 7 now. And here's a shot, the grade 8, and a stop by Shesterkin. How nice would that have been for the captain to get the game winner. And here's Zibanejad, he shoots it up, rebound and cleared away. Good poke by Thompson, smart play there by the Capital netminder. Here comes Protas, and caught by the grade 8. He's not giving up on the play. And getting it in front of the net, and Ovechkin almost got the tip on that, it looked like, as Strome had that. Looks like we might have a second overtime, but it's over when it's over. Here's John Carlson. One-timer, glove save by Shesterkin. And he hangs on. Now the shots are starting to get to normal as it's 29-24 in favor of the Capitals. They have had a lot of time on attack in this overtime. And Panarin will circle the zone. Fox sending it. JT Miller. He's in. And a great check there by Chychrun as Lafreniere was looking for it. And Miller around. Chychrun. He's checked off the puck. And now Radish. Back to Radish. Never mind. It goes to Panarin. Now Lafreniere has it. Miller checked. Final minute of the first overtime here in Game 7. Here's Chychrun around the boards. We'll wait it. Duhaime. We'll wait it. Dubois shoots it. That was blocked. And Fox unable to get it. Here comes a chance, and Lindgren stops as he got the pass. Here's Hedel shooting. Oh, what a play. That was McElrath that got his stick on it. Here comes Dubois.
Around. McElrath's shot blocked off the skate. And getting it. Faravari blocked. Dubois getting it. McElrath shooting. Saved by Shesterkin. 12.4 on the clock. Face-off won by the Rangers, caught by the Capitals. Here's the last chance. McElrath wide of the net. McMichael going in front, saved by Shesterkin, the best save of overtime. And that ends the first one, as Tom Wilson had the chance of the period. What a look for Wilson. On a great pass from behind the net, we head to a second overtime. Oh man, the shots after that first overtime, 6-4 in favor of the Capitals. They had a lot of pressure in that overtime. Total shots of 31 for the Capitals, 24 for the Rangers. Hits are 69 for the Capitals, 43 for the Rangers. Time on attack, 11 minutes and 24 seconds for the Capitals. 10 minutes and 40 seconds for the Rangers. Passing percentages, 82.1% for the Capitals, 80.1% for the Rangers, exactly 2% apart. And the faceoff wins 19-15. This game is popping off with the faceoffs. No penalties. Here we go for the second overtime. Who will end it? We are still looking for the Game 7 winner, to see who will face the New Jersey Devils in round 2. And here is Lafreniere. One-timer, Thompson makes the save. Just 24 seconds into the second overtime. Here's Zibanejad. Fox trying to send it down low. Lafreniere back to the point. That's taken by Protas. And Carlson, he's checked and can't hold the puck for long. Here comes Protas, waiting for teammates. Protas pass back to the point, cut off by Lindgren. And here come the Rangers. Good hit by Ovechkin. And here comes Artemi Panarin. Tries to move, and that doesn't work too much. Here comes Protas, 3-on-2 for the Capitals. Here's Protas waiting for an open man. John Carlson, he'll wait it. One-timer that blocked, 101.3 miles per hour on that slapper. Here's Panarin off to Zibanejad. And here's a chance, Lindgren, and he's checked just before he could shoot it. Carlson behind the net, and Fox has it. And the grade A will take it. He'll reverse. He's a bit slow to move up, and Hedl. And both teams will get a change here. Dubois behind him, to Pierre-Luc Dubois. He'll wait. Won't do anything yet. McMichael shot, tip on goal, save Shesterkin. As a great look there, almost costed that. Alex Ovechkin now on 46 hits. He just had 5 hits in that time span. Here's Caleb Jones. Going around, here's Trocheck. We'll get it to the point. Here's a shot, stopped by Thompson. Almost a screen by McElrath. He had to be careful there. The worst thing that can happen at this time is like a penalty or something. For any team. Here's Trocheck. Broken up there. Here comes McMichael to Tom Wilson. Here he is to win it, and a save by Shesterkin. And Jones will take it up. He dodges the hit from McMichael. Off the end boards, caught by McElrath. Here's Faravari. He'll reverse back, gets it to Wilson. Back behind his back to Faravari. Here is Martin Faravari. Not able to react to that. And here comes Brodzinski, and he thought he could get the pass to his teammate, and a dangerous pass, and Kubel behind the net to Fox. Here's a one-timer and a save Thompson. Brodzinski and Miller can't get it, and here's a chance, Tom Wilson to end the series, saved by Shesterkin. And Verona, a dive pass, and it gets to Obey Kubel. Broken up by Van Riemsdyk, tied up with his man. Mangiapane. And getting it to Verona. Lost that one and caught by Fox. That is onside. Skarbasa will reverse back. Here's Sandini shoots this time. Rebound and a save. 3 chances there. And here comes a chance. Minka Zibanejad on a bad change. He's in. Saving the rebound. Rolls wide of the net. It would not have counted because of goaltender interference. Here's a shot by Lindgren. Saved by Logan Thompson. Have these goaltenders been on fire? Oh, they have indeed. It's been a great back and forth game. Unbelievable. Under 6 minutes left in the second overtime. Taylor Radish, Nick down. Trying to get a slow pass to Taylor Radish at the point. Here's a shot, that one blocked by Jacob Trouba. Here's a 2-on-1 looking here for New York. Here's a chance on a cross pass, and somehow it did not go off Zibanejad. And Brandon Duhaime will come up with speed. Taylor Radish around the boards, but caught by Lindgren there as Duhaime not going to push for it. And good check contact there by Sandin. And here's Nick down. He shoots it, deflected, I believe. Save again by Shesterkin. He has 35 saves in this game. Trouba down low. Will get on the one-timer. What a stop by Thompson! Goes full split and makes a great glove save off the captain. Man, that is a great look there, and he just stretches out. I'm not sure if he screened on this player or not, or if he reacted kind of late. Oh my goodness, just a perfect reaction time by Thompson. Unbelievable. He had a lot of time and space to shoot that puck, and it worked out well, but not the way he wanted it to. Line change for both teams. And the Capitals win this face-off. And here comes the grade 8. Ovechkin! Good save made by Shesterkin. He'll get it in front of the net, and Ovechkin can't get it. And broken up by Chychrun. 90 hits in the game for the Capitals. And lost the puck there. Schneider off the boards, and Kreider's got it. And here's a chance on the look here. A shot, and almost full Thompson right there. 31 seconds to go in the third overtime. In the second overtime, excuse me there. Trocheck. And that one was blocked, and here's Faravari. And here's a chance. McGarrett, he's in! And a save by Shesterkin. He tracked it perfectly. He knew he was going to try to go forehand, backhand. Look at the hits, though. 90 to 49 in favor of the Capitals. I don't think we have ever seen that from any team to get closer to 100 hits. They might hit 100 hits, actually. They're not far. And here's JT Miller, that shot off the mask of Thompson. And that's going to be caught. Here's a chance. Tom Wilson, 3 seconds. Save, rebound, and it's in the air. Not able to get a second shot by McMichael. But the third overtime is coming up here in Game 7. We are still looking for a winner. Both of these teams have been magnificent on goaltending. Third overtime coming up next. OV, you're on the speech. All right, and the shots after that overtime, 15-13 in favor of the Capitals. Combined shots, 40 for the Capitals, 33 for the Rangers. Hits are 91-50 in favor of the Capitals. Time on attacks are 14 minutes and 22 seconds for the Capitals, 13 and a half minutes for the Rangers. Passing percentages, and they're the exact same of 79.7%. Face-offs are tied at 21 wins apiece. Here we go for the third overtime. Can we finally get a winner? Hopefully this will be the last overtime of the game, but it ends when it ends. And the Capitals win the opening face-off of this third overtime of the game. Protas, Chikrin, the grade 8 will center that pass, and he still has it. And almost a breakup play there. Here's Carlson, scores! John Carlson is the hero, and the Capitals are moving on. Fourth on the playoffs for Carlson, and the Capitals did not let it take long to end it in the third overtime. And it will be the Capitals and the Devils in the second round. What a game, what a battle. Yeah, just totally unbelievable for these two teams and how hard they have fought to get to this point. And the Capitals are off to round 2 against the New Jersey Devils, who beat the Hurricanes in 6 games in their series. This is a huge moment for the Capitals. Well, we thank you for watching this game. John Carlson is the winner as he buries a bullet. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the second round on Friday. Oh my goodness, Chad, that was an intense game. The Capitals sadly could not get to 100 hits. When was the time of the goal there? 18:15, so that's a minute and 45 seconds into overtime. Unreal. All right, that should be it for the 3 stars. The next game 7 is coming up. Oh my goodness. That game took 52 minutes. Oh my gosh. Holy. God, no way. No way, dude. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Not that one. No. Dude, the Canucks were in the playoffs 2 years ago. How come I can't see their thing? It's fine. Just do the regular.
All right. All right, and the Canucks win horn. Oh my goodness, hold on. All right. This is the second game 7. Hopefully this one will end in regulation. Then there's one more after that, the Sabres and the Lightning. Let's go. Jesus. Look at the 10, bro. All right. Here we go. Big game. Here we go.
Here we are in Vancouver, BC. In Rogers Arena, the Canucks and the Kraken, Game 7. And we are underway. Everly will bring it in. The Canucks are trying to advance in the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time in franchise history. The Kraken have done that a bit of times. Here's a shot, and that gets deflected to Demko. A tricky one for him to handle, and he hangs on. McCann and Miller. Here's Philip Hronek. Oh, what a move. Here's Quinn Hughes. He's in. Glove saved by Joey Decord as the Canucks looking for an early lead. McCann and Miller. And here's a shot, a tip, and stopped there by Joey Decord. And he hangs on to the puck. And here's a shot that just went wide of the target. Here's Jared McCann. Off the side boards, and Burakovsky will claim it. And pass to Everly, broken up by Jake DeBrusk. Entering the Kraken zone. And trying to get it across, and that's blocked by Jordan Everly. Here comes Andre Burakovsky. And passing it, and gets it to the point. Vince Dunn shoots, and blocker saved by Demko, deflected into the end boards. Here comes Höglander. JT Miller's with him. Höglander at the post, rebound in the crease. And Miller thought he could bury it. And it goes off the post and could not get back to him. Here's Garland. Good save made by DeCord. And trying to get it back, and that's to the point, but out. And Carson Soucy will reset for the Canucks. And we'll get it. Here's a chance here for Connor Garland. That's knocked off his stick. Chandler Stevenson. Tolvanen. Here's a shot, that one blocked. Here's Jaden Schwartz, shoots it, and that's off the side of the goal. And, well, blocked by Demko originally. And takes it, here's Jaden Schwartz. Gonna get Matty Beniers, shoots it up. Rebound, and 2 stops by Demko. And Pettersson's gonna come up with a 2-on-2. And trying to send it. Here's Hoglander. And gets it to Garland. He shoots a tip. And a stop by DeCord. And he hangs on for the whistle. Beniers and Bluger. Beniers, Mahora. Here's Kapokako. Here's Beniers, safe rebound, scores! Ty Cartier on the loose puck. That's his first on the playoffs. And the Kraken open the scoring here in Game 7.
Well, the Kraken just get into the play here of a break, a bad break against the Canucks as they force a 2-on-1. And there's the tap in for Ty Cartier as he stays with the play.
Cartier, his first on the playoffs from Beniers and Kako. Here's Kapokako around the net. Cartier. And here's Mahora. That's stopped there by Dr. Demko. Gets it back to the point. Intercepted by Desjardins. And here's Danton Heinen. Blocker saved by DeCord. And here's Dakota Joshua. That one tipped and stopped by DeCord. And getting it, Joshua, fans on that shot. And they keep it in. And here comes Cartier in right. Cartier, he gets in and Wright scores! His first ever Stanley Cup playoff goal for Shane Wright. And it's a big one. And it's 2-0 Seattle on the 2-on-0.
Yeah, and it turns out to be a bad change by the Canucks, and Cartier is able to get a few dekes to fake the pass, but he passes it anyway. The Canucks not able to clear it. And great play there, actually, by Shane Wright to block off the Canuck defenseman. And your coach is not going to like that one in a Game 7.
The last time Seattle was in a Game 7, it was against the Edmonton Oilers in the Western Conference Final of the 2022 Stanley Cup playoffs, and they won that game. I think it was 3 or 4-0 the score in that game. Here comes, the last time the Kraken were in a Game 7 was against the Vegas Golden Knights. They came back in that series 3 games to 1 to tie the series at 3. Lost in overtime after that. And they lost in the 3rd overtime. Mark Stone scored the winner in that game. Here's a chance! Great stop by DeCord off of Jake DeBrusk. Looking to get the Canucks within a goal. And here's a shot, and that one stopped. And here he is, a shot. That's another one that goes wide. Justin Dowling plays it to Adam Larson and gets it to Ilya Tolvanen. And Jake DeBrusk, and that's off Schwartz, and that's all the way down the ice. And is that icing? Yes, it will be. Icing on Vancouver. 3:14 to go in the first period. Here's Miller and Stevenson, McCann, excuse me. Here comes Brock Besser, shooting it. Glove stop at the court, hanging on to that. .238 now to go in the first. And waiting, here's Myers, scores! And the Canucks are on the board in Game 7. Carter Golan gets the redirect for his second on the series.
Yeah, it's just a simple one-timer by Tyler Myers. And there's the tip, as the court is kind of out of position when the shot comes.
Pettersson and McCann. Caught now by Carson Soucy. And Pettersson gets a shot on goal and blocked it away by Decore. Brandon Montour. He'll make his way through. Carson Soucy. Here's Jordan Eberle. Oh, he scores! He stole the puck and went backhand, forehand, back to the backhand. And Seattle is back up by 2 seconds later.
Yeah, what a steal here by Jordan Eberle. And he just puts this puck by the pad. What a steal. The captain of the Kraken is able to get a big goal here. And that is Eberle's first of the playoffs.
There we see Alexander Ovechkin and the Capitals, who are moving on to the second round after a triple overtime winner, a minute 45 seconds into the third overtime from John Carlson to win that game. It's a shot stop, and Pettersson on the outside of the goal. Jared McCann is on it. And trying to get it through, and that's intercepted and put back into the Kraken zone. And that does it for the first period here in Game 7. As it is a 2-goal lead here for the Seattle Kraken, as Jordan Eberle steals the puck and makes his own move.
All right, shots after that first period. 15 Vancouver, 10 Seattle. Hits are 18 Vancouver, 13 Seattle. Time on attack, 2 minutes and 56 seconds for Vancouver, 2 minutes and 36 seconds for the Kraken. Passing percentages, just 0.9 apart. Well, actually, just 0.9 apart. 73. Well, technically 74% for the Kraken, 73% exactly for the Canucks. Not really great on the passing for these teams in the opening period. But the face-off wins are 8-3 in favor of the Canucks. That is 11 face-offs so far.
Here's Miller and McCann. And the face-off won. Here's Brock Besser as he'll put it around the boards. Jake DeBrusk will get it off the outside of the cage, and Burakovsky's on it. And Miller. And here's Hronek. That shot does not get through as much. And here comes Andre Burakovsky, getting off balance a little bit. Here's a positive chance, and Montour stopped by Demko. Tied up is Burakovsky. Montour gets the puck, he shoots it, that's off a Canuck and wide. And Pettersson around, will take it, he'll center it. Here's Hronek, that's off a body and wide. Here's Hughes, and that's off the side of the goal. And here comes Andre Burakovsky. McCann is with him. Sending it across, and McCann is not going to shoot it. He hangs on. Larson shoots, and good stop there by Demko. And getting it across, Schwartz will get it. Larson shoots, and I don't think he got the shot he wanted, and that's stopped by Thatcher Demko. Here's a face-off win from Elias Pettersson. He'll go in, and here he comes. Pettersson across Garland. Glove stop by DeCord. As Garland was right there on the doorstep, trying to look for another goal to make it a one-goal game. And here's a shot that was stopped. And Jaden Schwartz on a great pass. And getting it 12 in, and stopped by Demko as he tried to form going between the legs. He maybe tried to do that. There's the goaltending records in this series so far. Demko is 2-2. And DeCord is 2-1. Danton Heinen. And that's out of his reach and not icing. And Joshua will send it. Get it. Across. Great stop by DeCord again. Another big one for the Seattle netminder. And here's Myers as he'll send it behind the goal. And he'll get, here's a shot that was stopped, and the rebound stopped by DeCord, and he hangs on. Here's Suter and Chandler Stevenson. And here's a shot. That one blocked by Eli Tolfanen. He was shaken up after that. Not sure if he's going to go to the bench after that blocked attempt. And good attempt to steal it. Here's a chance here. What an interception by Carson Soucy. And here comes Sherwood with Myers. Myers, and a good stop there by DeCord. And Kako will send it. Ty Cartier, stopped by Demko. It looked like it was going in for a second, but never mind. As Demko shuts the door on Ty Cartier, who has the opening goal of this game. And that goes right back to the Canucks possession. Jake DeBrusk. And that shot blocked off of Riker Evans. Or that's Vince Dunn, actually, excuse me. Vince Dunn will take it. What a hit there. And trying to get it. He's fouled. What a stop by DeCord on Jake DeBrusk. And the shot scores. And the Canucks are within a goal. Once again, Jake DeBrusk on the second attempt gets it. And it's 3-2. All right, and Miller and McCann. Face off won by Desharnais. DeBrusk and stolen by Burakovsky. Brandon Montour. Vince Dunn. Kraken looking to get another one back. Eberle will go around, and here's Larson. Will send it. Vince Dunn shoots in that stop, and we're going to get a penalty. And it's going against the Canucks. Vincent Desharnais is going to head off
Not sure what the call is here. Couldn't really see it. It looks like boarding. And yes, it is boarding. And the Kraken will get a power play here in Game 7.
This is the only Game 7 so far that has had a power play. And the face-off won and took in by Tolvanen. Sent it in front, and that's intercepted. Dakota Joshua, and turnover there by Jared McCann. Matty Beniers setting up Burakovsky. And Beniers just holds the line there around the boards, and Tolvanen. Here's Kako, will send it. Here's McCann, and that's drills over top of the goal. And McCann collects it. And that pass, and that's off, and that comes out of the zone, and the Kraken will reset. And that is outside. And could not get it as Eberle was there. And here comes a chance for Eberle. Will send it off the goalpost by Chandler Stevenson. Montour, Eberle a one-timer stopped by Demko. And we'll get it. Here's a shot, Montour, and that one missed. What a pass across there. Eberle back on his backhand. Montour will send it to Eberle, and Montour's shot, that one blocked. It goes into the end boards, and Hronek is with it. Eberle lost the puck. And almost an own goal there by Pius Suter. Puts it right into his goaltender's equipment. The power play has been 100% in this series for the Kraken as they look to capitalize. And here's a one-timer. That one was blocked. And getting it. Tic-tac toe play. Almost connected. Tolvanen. He'll wait. He'll shoot some. Rebound in front. Lose it. He's down. Where's the puck? Demko's got it. Oh, what a play by the Kraken to almost set up another one.
Oh, I'm not sure if this hits anything. Jared McCann with an unbelievable opportunity. Does this hit anything? No, it doesn't. As it goes over top of Demko off the post and out. Oh man, Beniers was that. McCann was that close to another power play goal for the Kraken in this series.
6 seconds left on this power play. Here's a shot. That one was knocked down. Trying to get the puck again, and the power play ends. And here's a shot that was deflected, knocked out of midair. Here comes Desharnais, I think he's the one that took the penalty. And taking it, here's Miller. He shoots it, good save by Joey Decore. And Beniers has got it. Jared McCann is gonna head up. And here's Eric Branstrom, and we'll take it. Here's McCann, will center it, and that's off target with that pass. And we'll take it. Here's Larson, he shoots it, and got a piece of it with the glove by Demko. 5 seconds left in the second. Here's a shot, stopped by Demko, last second, and that will do it for the period. The Canucks are still down by a goal after killing a penalty and after giving up a couple chances. It's still a 3-2 Kraken lead. The Kraken looking to get another rematch with the Vegas Golden Knights. They had a rematch last year and they lost in 7 games. All right, and the shots after that second period, 13 Seattle, 8 for the Canucks. Combined shots, even at 23 apiece. Hits are 33 Canucks, 24 Seattle. Time on attack, 6 minutes and 25 seconds for the Kraken.
5 minutes and 27 seconds for the Canucks. Passing percentages are really not that great, as it's 72% for the Kraken, 69.7% for the Canucks. Face-off wins 16-5 for Vancouver, as they have been looking to winning this game, but they're down. And the Kraken could not connect on their power play, unfortunately. Well, they had the one power play goal. Can't remember what game it was, but it was probably game number 6 where they popped off with a 7-2 win. And that will be icing off of the face-off, and face-off going into the Kraken territory. Does not matter who wins this game. The winner faces the defending Stanley Cup champions. And trying to dump it in, but Burakovsky unable to get that going. And Brock Besser almost gave that up. Here's a pass and stopped by Decord on a shot from the point by Philip Hronek. And that was stopped by Joey Decord. McCann and Miller. Vince Dunn to Andre Burakovsky. And trying to take it, and the Canucks will bring it out. Here comes Jake DeBrusk. DeBrusk has the second goal for the Canucks in this game. Here's Hronek, that one deflected. Caught by Vince Dunn. And now off to Burakovsky once again. And trying to get it. McCann, never mind, DeBrusk is on that puck. Caught by Brock Besser. Here's a chance here, and just wide of the goal on that pass. Has to give it back to Decord, and he'll cover. Here's Stevenson and Patterson. And now it is on for Larson. But that's out of the zone and collected back by the Kraken. Here comes a chance. Tolvanen across, and good save made there by Demko off Schwartz. Kraken came in with speed on that play. And Larson's shot blocked. And Schwartz, a good take. And they still hang on to it. The pass behind the back. And they take it. Here's Tolvanen. He shoots. Glove saved by Demko. Great play by the Kraken. Beniers and Elias Pettersson. Here's a shot. Knocked a rebound and they score. Will it count though? Matty Beniers was right up against the goaltender when that shot came. Actually, I don't think he touches him. I'm not sure if we're able to get a good look. Okay, they're not going to show it there. And it's not going to count. Okay. It looked like for a second that Beniers did not touch him. But it must have been before the puck got to him. Ty Cartier. And we'll get it. And Larson unable to get that. Kako will send it across. Cartier. Larson getting it across. And Demko will stop it and he'll play it out. Myers. Hoglander. And he'll shoot it. Oh, and in the air. And Decord gets it in his glove. The Kraken and the Canucks just approaching the 10
the 10th minute mark of the third period in sudden death game 7. And here's Stevenson. One-timer scores! Jamie Alexiak with a blast. And it gets by Demko. That's a rocket by the defenseman, the big rig. And Jamie Alexiak extends the Kraken lead back to 2. 4-2 Seattle.
And that is only his third on the playoffs, a 97.4 mile per hour one-timer. Just a bullet, and Demko's moving the opposite direction of where that shot is coming from. Of course, there's no chance to get that.
Here we go as we are on now 10 minutes and 8 seconds past in this third period of game 7. Here's Teddy Bluger. And Chandler Stevenson will come up. Here comes Stevenson, will wait it. Sending him on tour, a short side shot was stopped. And getting it is Tolvanen. He'll send it. What a pass, and good play by the Kraken again, as Schwartz almost had a given goal. McCann and Miller. And here's a shot, that one blocked, and that's outside the line by Vince Dunn, as he thought he could hold it in. Face-off just outside the Vancouver zone. Dumped in by Brandon Montour. Caught by the Canucks. Here comes JT Miller. He's got some speed here. Setting it! Stopped by DeCord. Besser again. That one tipped by DeBrusk and stopped again. And intercepted by DeBrusk here. And that one took it by McCann right away. And a shot stopped by Demko, hanging on to that. Miller and McCann. One here, Quinn Hughes. Hronek. Besser will send it. Hughes, great stop by DeCord. And he'll get it. Here's Besser, blocks, loose puck in the crease and cleared by Brandon Montour. Here comes Andre Burakovsky around the boards, and Hronek's got that one. And he'll get a one-timer. That was fanned on loose puck and into Demko's protection on the pads. 3.5 to go in the third for Seattle until they win game 7 to face the Golden Knights in a rematch. And here's a shot, and that one was stopped. And here's Eeli Tolvanen backing up. We'll send it. Larson fires at the post, and Pettersson cannot clear it. Stevenson will shoot it, and that was stopped. 1:48 on the clock. Jamie Alexiak scores! Jamie Alexiak, his second on the game, has pretty much, I believe that will do it, as it's a 5-2 Seattle lead. And the Canucks fans are not liking it now.
Yeah, he's just able to walk right down, and there's no one on him. All 5 of the Canucks are there. Just no one takes away Alexiak. And he goes over the glove, and that's posted in.
(5-2) for the Kraken, as they are about to be the first team in Ovi's National Hockey League history to come back from 3 nothing down in the series to come back and win it 4-3 in a Game 7. And getting it, a one-timer blocked, and Hoglander a backhand again. Stopped there by DeCord, and Jaden Schwartz will come in. And getting it, and good stop there, Alexiak. And here's Larson, stop, and the rebound loose in the crease, and caught by Susie. Stevenson, the center, in front, and Devko a save. Under 30 seconds left in the Canucks season. And Jaden Schwartz around the boards. Again, here's Alexiak again, and that was stopped. Puck is loose, and Dakota Joshua clears it. 10 seconds. It's not an icing. He'll put it around the boards. And the Seattle Kraken have done it. 3-0 down in the series to win it 4-3. What a comeback. 4 straight wins to move on. And the Seattle Kraken will get their rematch in the second round with the Vegas Golden Knights. Well, they will get their rematch in the playoffs against the Golden Knights. Not sure what round it was at first. But what a series fought between these two teams. And the Kraken win it in 7. Thank you all for watching this Game 7 between the Canucks and the Kraken. Seattle wins it. And now there's one more Game 7 left in the first round, as it is the Buffalo Sabres and the Lightning, as they are in Buffalo for Game 7 of their series. Thanks for watching. See you in round 2 for the Kraken and the Golden Knights.
All right, one more game of the first round. Oh my goodness, I've been waiting for this for a while. Oh my God. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? 12-2 for the Blue Jays in mid of the 8th inning. Jeez. All right. 5-2 Seattle wins. And let's see who will face the Florida Panthers, the Sabres or the Lightning. Let's find out. It's always this jersey. I like that jersey more for the Sabres. They need to make that as their original home jersey. Like they have to, because it's a really good one. All right, Game 7. Lightning and Sabres, who will face the Florida Panthers in round 2.
Welcome to KeyBank Center, Game 7 between these two Atlantic Division rivals, as the Sabres with an amazing win in Game 6 to force this series back to Buffalo for the final game of this best of 7 first round series. Here's Quinn. Norris and Paul on the draw. Won by the Sabres and cut off, and that's exits the zone on a great play by Connor Sheary. Darren Radish behind the net and gets it to McDonough. At center for Michael Asimov. Great play there by Owen Power on a steal. Here's Zach Benson. And that's intercepted, and Sheary almost put it on his own net. And getting it in front, and Luukkonen a big save off Nick Paul. And that is Tampa Bay's first shot of Game 7. As it comes 8-11 in to this first period. Nick Perbix lost the puck, and Mitchell Chafee on it. Nick Perbix, and will try to send it, and that's out of the reach of Girgensons, the former Sabre. There's a shot that was stopped there. Connor Clifton, Moser shot, tip and a stop, and Chafee is on it. They're not giving up on the play. Girgensen, Perbix blocked. Perbix again. Will send it to Glenn Denning. That was broken up. And here's a shot. That one was blocked. One timer, Chafee just wide. Chafee still battling through, and a save by Luukkonen. As a great couple of chances for the Lightning, as they can't get it past the great Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Mallenstein wins the face-off, and the Sabres will charge in quickly. And trying to get it, and Vasilevsky a save off Ryan McLeod. Mallenstein and point on this draw. Won by Mallenstein. Bowen Byram a shot, and Vasilevsky hangs on to make that save. Already 7:13 to go in the opening frame of Game 7. Can't wait to see who will be the Florida Panthers' next opponent. And here's Jake Gensel. Here comes Kucherov. He's in, and Luukkonen a save. Kulik. And here's Mallenstein over to Kucherov. He lost that for a second, regains possession. Chernak far to the captain, Victor Hedman. And trying to regain possession. Here's Jay Gensel, can't pull the trigger as there was a scrum going on in the slot. And McDonough somehow lost that puck. And point is off. It's an offside on the Lightning on their zone entry. Thompson and Sorelli. Bernard Docker. Tage Thompson. Get a backhand and a save made there. McDonough, Hagel, trying to spring out Atkinson. Here he comes. He shoots, he scores! Cam Atkinson has the first goal of Game 7, as that is his first of the playoffs this year, and it's 1-0 Tampa Bay to start this game off.
Yeah, well, a great pass by Brandon Hagel right across the ice to Cam Atkinson, and he does not miss from that angle. He is the perfect stick position to be able to beat a goaltender to the blocker side, just like that. Not an expected start for the Sabres that they wanted, but the Lightning get a must-sure goal to start off Game 7. Bernard Docker gets it to Alex Tuck.
Trying to center that, broken up by Atkinson as it went off the skate. Atkinson broken up by Quinn. Quinn has, I think, 4 or 5 goals this series. He's looking for another. Jack trying to get it to Quinn there, I think, from Alex Tuck. And here's Atkinson again. Oh, on the goal line, and Luukkonen grabs it off the line. It looked like Atkinson had his second of the game, but Luukkonen is able to hold it out. Norris and Paul. And now it's Owen Power to Jason Paterka. Lost the puck to Victor Hedman. And getting it, that one's blocked by Byram Skates as he was in the middle of that passing lane. And he'll shoot it on net. That's stopped by Andrei Vasilevsky. That ends the first period. As Cam Atkinson has the opening goal of Game 7, beating Luukkonen blocker side. All right, and the shots are 7-5 in favor of the Lightning. Hits are 11-10 in favor of the Lightning. Time on attack, 2 minutes and 41 seconds for the Lightning, 2 minutes and 24 seconds for the Sabres. Passing percentages, 75% for the Lightning exact, and 71.4% for the Sabres. Face-off wins 9-0 in favor of the Sabres. Here we go for the second. Pretty quick to be doing that, OV, and now here we go for the second period. Point and Thompson. And now it's Kucherov on the zone entry, puts it around the boards. And here's Hedman with a shot and a save for Luukkonen. Quinn with the clear. Gets it to Darlene. Here's a chance. Tage Thompson! Glove saved by Vasilevsky as he has Tuck on his right. But he decides to go for the shot to try and beat him. Looking to tie the game on that chance. And Thompson, one of the most dangerous shooters on the Sabres lineup, gets a great chance. And he's still on the ice as he's taking this face-off against Brayden Point. And Point wins it. Here's Genzel off the boards and a weird carom, and now it's Point with it. And that one blocked. Here's Kucherov and a save made by Luukkonen. And Kucherov right next to him, he'll hang on. And there's a bit of a little jersey grabbing right there between Kucherov and Byram in the crease. Sorelli and Thompson. Here's Eric Chernak. And here's Hagel shooting, and that was stopped by Luukkonen. Collected by Sorelli. Here's Chernak shooting, and that one blocked. Atkinson on the rebound. And collected by Byram. Stolen by Victor Hedman. Now here comes Alex Tuck. Tuck will wait it. He'll spin around. He'll get it. Bernard Docker trying to get a tip by Thompson as he was in the goaltender's vision. And here comes Anthony Sorelli. Great save by Luukkonen. And Power clears the zone. And that will be put into the zone. Hedman. And he gets hit there. Zach Benson will come in. He'll shoot it, and a save made by Vasilevsky. Paul will come in. Fakes the shot, and Power, the big man, will take over on Esimone. And here's a shot. Benson, a good shot. Save made by Vasilevsky. Oh, a good look there for the Sabres a couple times. And there's both goaltenders with the same exact records there on wins and losses. Same for goals against average. And we'll send it. Lafferty, glove saved by Vasilevsky. Good look for Lafferty to try and tie the game at 1. Just hopefully the Sabres fans are able to hear a horn from their team in this last game of the series. And here's a shot. Clifton drives it. Save made by Vasilevsky. Gets another one. Clifton shoots it. That's wide. And getting it. And that's off the skate of Zucker. Held in the zone. Samuelson rockets that one wide. And here's a wide pass. It goes to Esimo. Here they come. Nick Pauley's in. And a fan shot kind of by Paul. Stopped by Luukkonen. That shot by Moser. Stopped by Luukkonen. Genzel, one-timer, another save for Luukkonen. And here's a shot, that one stopped. Genzel. Passing it back, and did not see him come out as Norris comes off the bench. Here's Norris. Sorry, actually that's Jordan Greenway. And Bernard Docker gets knocked off his feet there in the corner. Trying to center it for Bernard Docker. That couldn't go. A tip there. And Vasilevsky got a piece of it. And here's the shot. Genzel, a good look and save for Luukkonen. Trying to make a nice move. Gets another shot. And stopped there for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Here comes Owen Power. He'll send it, and a save off Norris by Vasilevsky. And now it's Nikita Kucherov the other way. He'll slow down. Chernak, back to the point. He'll send it to the net, stopped by Luukkonen, and he hangs on for the whistle. 4:17 to go in the second, still 1-0 for the Lightning, as Luukkonen has kept his team in this game. Lightning in the shot leads 17-13. Face-off win kept in by Chernak. Hedman a blast that hits something in front, and as it deflected it wide. Oh, and here's a chance here, getting it across, and Quinn was there to intercept it. And here comes Tage Thompson, shooting off the post from TNT. Has it almost fooled Vasilevsky on that blocker side. And here's Atkinson, the only goal scorer for the Lightning. Here comes Quinn. Quinn is in, and he's stopped by Vasilevsky. He made a good deke right there, just couldn't get it past the glove. Here comes Tage Thompson. Gets around Eric Chernak, trying to go in front of the net. And a one-timer by Power, just wide. And he'll get it again, he shoots it, save for Vasilevsky. 6.2 seconds remaining in the second. Point and Malenstein. Chernak, Genzel. They'll run out the clock, and that is it for the second period. There has not been a goal since the first period by Cam Atkinson, who has the only goal still so far in this last game of the series. 1-0 Lightning after 40 minutes. And the shots after that second period, 12 for the Sabres, 10 for the Lightning. Combined shots are even at 17 apiece. Hits are 25 Buffalo, 23 for the Lightning. Time on attack, 6.5 minutes for the Lightning. 4 minutes and 51 seconds for the Sabres. Passing percentages, 76.3% Tampa Bay, 74% for the Sabres. And the face-off wins 10-6. No penalties yet. Here we go. The final game 7 of the first round. Let's see how it ends. All right, and it could go the Sabres' way. Let's see if it does. And getting it, here's a shot, Tuck, a good shot, stopped by Vasilevsky, and they clear the way. Chernak will clear it into the zone, and it's collected. Thompson will go around. Jack Quinn. And here's a shot. He rockets that one wide of the target. Hedman. Behind pass to Kucherov. Now gets it to Genzel. Genzel around the boards with it. And here's Chernak firing in a safe rebound behind the net there. And getting in front, Cirelli is stopped. Rebound, another one for Luukkonen. 2 saves for him. And that shot is blocked behind the net, and Kucherov has got it. Trying to center it. And a shot saved by Luukkonen. That time, it was off of Victor Hedman on that far side. Norris and Cirelli. Owen Power. Jacob Bernard Docker will get it up to Benson. Benson looking in front and could not get the pass to Norris at the front of the net. And Power to Bernard Docker entering the zone. Hands it to Peterka. He'll back skate and get a shot that's blocked off the skate of Hedman. Here's Atkinson again, trying to look for his second on the game. He'll wait it, he'll center it. Atkinson a backhand, could not get the position he wanted. And Peterka will clear it in. And a big hit there on Esimo. Sam Lafferty. And that's held in. Here's a shot by Zucker. Save made by Vasilevsky. Hedman will take it. Here's Michael Esimo. He goes on the back end. That's drilled wide. And trying to go in front with it. That's intercepted by Samuelson. Radish. Lafferty. Broken up. Jason Zucker's with it. Samuelson will get it in. And collected by Michael Esimo. And he'll come up with it. Here comes Genzel. Waiting for it. Pass on Paul. A good chance and almost made it 2-0 for the Lightning on that great opportunity. And back comes Samuelson as he'll put it around the boards. No Sabres with him. Oh, and here's Malenstein. He gets it across and off a stick. And here's a shot by McLeod. That one stopped. Samuelson a blast, that's blocked. Rebound and Vasilevsky a save on Kulik as he gets a great look of a great opportunity. Malenstein in point. And here's J.J. Moser, now up to Jake Genzel. And we'll get it. Point a one-timer, stopped by Luukkonen. And he'll get it. Genzel shooting and a block off a skate. Moser to Perbix, and that deflects into the end boards. And Perbix holds the line. Genzel will wait it. Here's Moser, that one blocked, and sends out Kulik. Here come the Sabres, Jack Quinn. Jack Quinn, he's in on the backhand, and Vasilevsky is able to make the save as Jack Quinn went zooming in. 5 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the third period of Game 7 as the Sabres are desperate to look to get the tying goal. But the Lightning have been amazing on their defense in this game entirely. Here's a shot by Hagel, that was stopped and going behind the net, and Tuck. Final minute, never mind, 4 minutes left in the third now. Here's Cirelli. That one blocked by Quinn. Here comes the 3-on-1. Alex Tuck will send it. Thompson, and a save by Vasilevsky. Best chance of the game there. And a shot off the crossbar. Oh, what a tip. That was Alex Tuck. that almost tied it for Buffalo. And we'll get it. One-timer by Hagel. And that's around the boards. Darlene back behind his back. Gets it to Norris. And now here's Bowen Byram. He'll go around. Victor Hedman can't do that, unfortunately. Here comes Anthony Sorelli. Will center it across and cancel denied on a great opportunity as he slams his stick on the ice. And now we finally approach the final minute of Game 7. The Sabres looking to keep their season alive to tie the game and send it to overtime. Cam Atkinson with the only goal. And here's a shot, that one blocked, and here's Greenway. We'll send it, Jacob Bernard Docker. Nice move, and cut off there by the Lightning. Here they come, under 45 seconds left. Here's a pass, and that's a stick down by Owen Power. And here's a shot, that one blocked. Jordan Greenway is up. Here's a chance here, Bernard Docker. One-timer, and save made there by Vasilevsky. And Sherry point. And that will be caught. Here's Connor Sherry. We'll get it. And that's intercepted by Power. Kept by Sherry. That will exit the zone. Zucker, 10 seconds left. Here is Greenway to Bernard Docker. Could not get the shot. Lafferty across. Oh, what a stop! And the Lightning win it. A last second brilliant save for Vasilevsky. And the Lightning get a shutout in Game 7 to eliminate the Sabres from the 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs. What a battle it has been. Cam Atkinson, the game-winning goal. And the handshake line is on. What a series. And the two goaltenders, Vasilevsky and Luukkonen, congratulate each other on a great battle tonight in Game 7. And for the first time in OV's NHL history, we will have a Battle of Florida. We will see who wins that as the second round will start on Friday evening. Can't wait for that. Thank you for watching. See you in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's go, chat. We did it. That is the end of the first round of the 2025 playoffs for my league. Oh man, that is unbelievable. I can't believe how hard these teams have played to get to this point. Intense games. All right, that is going to be the end of this stream. Hope you guys did enjoy it. And we'll end it with see you guys in round 2. Oh wait, let's take a look at the brackets here. Oh, okay. So we got the Utah Hockey Club getting home ice advantage against the Winnipeg Jets on the top left of the bracket. On the bottom left, the Seattle Kraken get home ice advantage against the defending Stanley Cup champions. So it will be a rematch of last year, but this time Seattle gets home ice advantage. The Stanley Cup finalists, the Florida Panthers, get home ice advantage against the Tampa Bay Lightning for the first ever Battle of Florida series. And last but not least, the Washington Capitals get home ice advantage against the New Jersey Devils. Oh man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this for on Friday. All right, chat. See you guys on Friday. Peace.